Good morning. I think you're in for a treat today. I've got a good buddy that's meeting me down Southwest Metro on Lake Waconia. This is like a giant manufacturing facility of black crappie. Jeff, he figured this thing out in 2000 or maybe even before that, I don't know. And I think I met Jeff a couple years after that. We started hammering it, dialing in presentation, and I can say that there's been really small changes in our presentation, maybe tweaked to the bobber every once in a while, but it hasn't changed. I haven't touched live bait since I figured this out for bluegills and crappies. You look at it as a time. It's just all about time. You got to take time to hook a minnow. You gotta put your hands in the cold water to grab a minnow, and you can't cast very hard because your minnow's going to fly off. And you know, you missed a bite, well, maybe your minnow's gone. We're going to talk about this stuff all today. Jeff's a really cool dude. I haven't fished with Jeff in probably over 10 years. I'm trying to remember the last time. It's been a while. Him and I have been through some incredible life journeys together, if you will, over a couple decades time, and it's amazing how fast things go. But super good guy, heart of gold. Maybe quite possibly Jeff was the original Gypsy, just a transient, you know, just grinding discovery mode constantly. And you know, as life goes, that, you know, turns corners for some people and you go different routes and other things become important. It happens to everybody, and me and myself included. And you know, him and I, like, figuring shit out together over years of just, you know, most of the time I'm just getting our asses kicked. I mean, not gonna lie, this shit ain't easy. You think you're gonna go pound on a crappie in a North Bay on every lake in the state? No, because if you thought that, you'd have never found where we're going, unless you just heard about it. It's like a damn Super Bowl of crappie fishing. I have a bunch of camera equipment with me. I don't know how it's gonna work. I taped a GoPro to a old musky rod. I was gonna try to get some underwater shots. We're gonna see how it goes. I've got a little bit of a drive here to get to the lake. Jeff's gonna meet me there, but I'm really looking forward to it. It's been throughout this whole Corona BS and everything that we've been put through, and just to get outside and fish. I mean, my goodness, like, it's like you gotta do it. I have to. It's not an option. So, you know, if it kills you, so be it. What up, bro? How you been, man? Fist bump. No. Incredible. This place is under attack, dude. Yeah, I got minnows, but plenty of them. Yo, look at that old Fenwick. She's a gem. What's the soundtrack for today? Oh, that's brisk. This is the water. We might put a jacket on, but it'll be fine once we get there. take long to find them. What? Dude, you're on. Well, I noticed if you let the school relax a little bit, it doesn't work great. Like, you gotta keep on them, dude. You gotta, like, suppress the fire. You have to suppress it. If I start giggling already, I'm gonna be in pain by noon. Oh. Bobby G maybe got a 10.5. She ain't gonna check out though, Jeff. I don't think she's gonna check out. Spotlock does a decent job, but it's not as like awesome as let's see what's over there. A lot of that functionality on the graph is kind of gimmicky. I never use it, but it sure is fun.
Love the mid-sentences. Then skip a word here.
We won't be close. Where you at? Hooked up again? He said straight back. That's about as straight back as I can get. Oh, it happened, Jeff. Like you said, you promised and it actually happened. You promised me and it did. No! What happened? So f***ing cool. Somebody just so dialed in, it's just stupid. Right? I've been trying to learn your bobber, but it just spins around. It's like a neon break dancer.
Like stands up, sits down, starts to slide.
Yeah. You didn't miss that one. No, that's a good one too. That's gotta be a good one, buddy. Okay, this should bring back memories of fishing together when it was so rough. Not today, but when we had to fish on our knees in his 16-foot Rebel, a Mole Axe. No shy of 9 miles from any safety or shore. In like 6-footers, laughing our asses off as we just crush. Oh, it's a throw. Oh, I just came off. Did you see it back there? It's kind of nice, you know, the knee thing. I'm not gonna lie, it's doable. I don't think it helps your hook set though. It's just punishing them. Oh, that's funny. Oh no! I think we have a contender here, bud.
Uh-oh.
I think this one might be a contender. Or I haven't caught one in a while that's been big. Where's my trout net? Grab that line for me, would you?
Oh yeah, that's all day, probably.
Yeah, that's a flexor. Oh, yeah, he makes the grade. So this guy used to stripe parking lots, and I'm sure he still can. Paint the line, paint the lines. Him and I did 90 Walmarts in as many days. What was that, summer of 2007? Something like that. The grindiest shit show I've ever seen in my life. I'm not even sure how much of that was legal.
We had logbooks.
Oh, if we had logbooks, we would have been in prison. Well, maybe not prison, but we definitely would have been driving anymore. From Williston, Dickinson, North Dakota, to Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, and literally everywhere in between. What a great summer though, man. I only wanted to kill you like 4 times. That's like amazing, because if I'm with somebody more than like a couple of days, there's like at least a 30% chance I'm going to try and kill them. Standard. Hey, they don't all have to be giants to have a good time. You know, it's for the kids. That's why we come here, because we're still obviously kids. Except we don't roll with the stuff we had when we were kids. Oh, actually, you know what? Jeff's still rocking the Fenwick. You got to take a look at this. Oh. Let's take a look at this stick you got there, bud.
Old Fenny HMX.
Yeah, the HMX series was like the what put Fenwick on the map.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that rod. In fact, I may have a couple if I don't at least talk about what we're doing. All you do is show people catching fish. You know what? Because figure it out. Fuck. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to yell at you. Yeah, insert whatever small plastic you want. Bobby Garland, Mini-Mite, whatever. Don't matter. You know what does matter though? Seeing your bite. You know how many people go out in the winter with spring bobbers? You know what the spring bobber is? You know when the spring bobber came about? Yeah, when that shit got popular, it was about a decade after I had figured it out and Jeff had figured it out. And you know what? If they bite that light in the winter, guess what? They can bite that light in the summer too. Spring, don't matter. So, probably the most important end of this thing is your indicator. And weighting that indicator properly. Let me see what you got, Jeff. Because that thing looks like it just landed from like Mars or some shit. So obviously they're pencil style. His is weighted heavily internally, which I do like. That is legit. Jeff's is more lay flat.
So it just tips up.
The red will tip up.
Lays flat, tips up. So
mine actually sits upright and about that line. And so if I see yellow, I know that's an up bite, and if I don't see orange anymore, I know that's the down bite. And sometimes you set the hook because you just think. You just have this like Luke Skywalker moment where you're just like, you know what, I'm gonna set the hook because that shit ain't right. And you know what, after staring at these bobbers for that long, you're right a lot of the time. A lot more than you think. Nice one, buddy. And that's as much tackle talk as you're ever gonna get out of Fish Gypsy. You don't go to the bait shop. Number one, force yourself to come out here with plastic hair jigs. Do not buy crappie minnows. And you know what? Jeff, trying to talk, crying out loud. I'm kidding, man. It's been great to see you again, dude. Oh my God, how much fun is this? This is amazing. No, in all seriously though, dude, just force yourself not to buy crappie minnows and come out here and put a light bobber on, something that you can barely float that thing. It'll start teaching you what's going on. And I really like catching them in like 4 feet or less. We're in like 12, which makes you set at like 6. I might be at 7, as much as it sucks to cast static bobber clip on at that depth, but I'm not gonna slip bobber crappies. I'll go home. Oh! I missed mine. It would have been a stereo moment. Dolby comes spare parts today, bud.
Catfish.
Check out lane number 2 is closed. Yeah,
Are you meal fishing?
that's okay. I'm just trying to block some of the wind from the audio because I know it's going to sound like I'm walking out of the Metrodome. If anybody knows what the Metrodome is, you'll know exactly what I'm... Oh!
The revolving doors.
Oh! I was looking and it happened. That was real close, man. This is a good one. Oh yeah, buddy. That one was real close. Oh, he came off. I doinked him right at the side of the boat. That was a good one. That was a 12. Probably one of the things I love fishing the most. Catching any fish one after another with buddies. I mean, as long as they're not like bullheads or something, but I've even had fun catching those.
Chub.
Right. Red tails, minnows, but realistically, man, if you're going for what you're going for and you're catching them, that's just fun. The crappie checker. We're not even going to talk about that shit. There you go. See, when they start to get wore out, that's the only thing that sucks about plastics. When they start to get wore out and the pants fall down, phone it in. You got to have that supple action where it's like absolutely zero resistance for them to put that in their mouth. We wiped out our battery supply in this wind, which is bound to happen. Actually, we wiped out the starting battery on Techno because that was pounding all day, and we had to take a deep cycle from the troller to kick it back. The batteries ran. Trolling motor held us on spot lock all day in this 25-mile-an-hour wind. We swapped the deep cycles to start the motor, and that ran for the last 2 hours of the day. Didn't want to shut it off. Well, finally the trolling batteries died, so obviously got our limit. Obviously caught way more than what you saw us catch. Times that by about 50. Sign out. Jeff?